Grace Michelle braced herself for a possible spectacle as she threaded her way through the shimmering swarm of the wealthiest and most famous people of New York City. A wedding reception on a yacht would make anyone giddy, but Grace couldn't really appreciate the extravagance. Her sister Sophia's marriage to Jack Pickford promised nothing short of a disaster. Grace drew in a sharp breath as she entered the glittering grand ballroom of the yacht Jack's sister, actress Mary Pickford, had let them use for the occasion. High-ceilinged and skirted with rows of windows on each side, the extravaganza's ballroom showcased a sparkling nighttime view of the skyline. Gas lamps from the city burned in the distance, their radiance reflecting on the rippling water of the bay. Candle chandeliers lit the parquet dance floor, making everything glow. "Champagne." A tuxedoed waiter approached her with a tray bearing crystal flutes filled with pink bubbly stuff. She raised her hand, declining the offer. Grace sought a familiar face in the throng of elegant women, all wearing chiffon and satin gowns, accessorized with diamonds, pearls, and luxurious furs. She looked at the men wearing custom-made long-tailed tuxedos, but saw no one she knew. Knitted together in groups, the guests sipped champagne or danced the shimmy and the Charleston, laughing with abandon. When the music paused between songs, the white-tied, tuxedoed master of ceremonies, the actor Eddie Cantor, tapped a table knife against his champagne glass, introducing the guests as they entered the room. His eyes shifted to Grace. "I'd like to present the sister of the bride, Grace Michelle." 100 heads turned to look at her, sending a rush of heat to her cheeks. Grace nodded to people as she passed by, her heart in her throat. Her sister was the famous Ziegfeld star, not her. Grace preferred to stay in the background, assisting in the creation of the elaborate costumes for the Follies. She pulled at the waist of her beaded organza dress in an attempt to win a momentary reprieve from her tight corset. On any other occasion, Grace would have been honored to wear the garment designed and crafted by her idol and mentor Lucille, Lady Duff Gordon. But tonight, wearing a gown made by the designer of the decade seemed to sanction, even glorify, the farce that was her sister's marriage. Grace felt little reason to celebrate. Like her new brother-in-law walked in the shadow of his famous sister, who was very much in the spotlight. His union with Sophia seemed to be a desperate grasp at the limelight, and ever since they'd begun courting, Sophia had been increasingly lured into his dark web of alcohol, drugs, and gambling.